August 14th, 2017 is a day that I will never forget for two reasons. Number one, I actually flew an airplane by myself for the first time, and this is the shirt I was wearing. And as you can see, the flight instructor, he took my shirt and cut it up, and we wrote the date, the plane, and the time that I flew an aircraft by myself. But the second reason is because on this day I realized that I would not allow anything to stop me from becoming an aviator in the United States Air Force. I'm Russell Lewis, and this is my aviation story. So growing up, I was never really exposed to aviation at all, besides maybe seeing a crop duster here and there. But the first time I actually flew on an airplane, I was 23 years old, headed to field training for Air Force ROTC. And that is pretty much the basic military training for Air Force ROTC cadets. I get to field training, do a pretty good job, come back home, and I had the opportunity to apply to become an air battle manager. Fortunately, I didn't get it. And I say fortunately because I came on active duty as a force support officer, and I learned a lot, and I was able to lead very early in my career. My very first job, I was the officer in charge of sustainment services, and that flight consisted of over 400 civilians. It was massive. The job after that, I got to be a flight commander for the military personnel flight, and I had about 40 military and civilian members working with me, and they were awesome. But even though I came in as a force support officer, I still wanted to be a rated officer. When I say rated, I mean I still wanted to be in aviation. I wanted to have a career as a flyer in the United States Air Force. So the day I flew an airplane by myself was just amazing. I will never forget going up, flying around, and coming into land, because I remember getting out of that airplane thinking the person that took off is totally different from the person that just landed that plane. I was a lot more confident, and I really believed there was nothing that I couldn't accomplish. Now, one question I get a lot is, was there anything you ever struggled with? And the answer to that is yes. Power off stalls. I had the worst time with those. I was very uncomfortable doing power off stalls, and I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to see it in this video, because I actually jumped back one of the aircraft stalls and it kind of falls forward a little bit. So I'm going to let you watch this video and we'll talk about it afterwards. It was bad. Now, I did not become a rated officer in the United States Air Force by myself. I had a lot of mentors, a lot of organizations, and a lot of groups, whether it be Facebook or whatever the case, pushing me and motivating me to get where I am today. So I'm not going to name individual names because there was just too many people to name, but I had Legacy Flight Academy, Sisters of the Skies. I had a Facebook group called Aviation Mentorship Group. With that being said, if you are interested in becoming rated or just learning more about my process, please hit me up on Facebook, Instagram, leave a comment under this video, whatever the case is, hit me up